Hello and welcome to the People's Politics first interview leading up to the election this May. We are joined here by Cambridge MP, Lib Dem, Dr. Julian Huppert. Welcome, Julian.
Hi Sam, how are you?
Okay, I'm good, thank you. I think first of all we'll attack the elephant in the room. So I think it's fair to say you were elected on a mostly student vote. Would you think that's fair to say?
No, actually, I don't think that's right.
Yeah,
I mean, I won across Cambridge. I mean, certainly students were very supportive.
Well, I was just saying
but not. It wasn't just based on a student.
No, but it was a student vote for Lib Dem nationally. Then was still a big thing. So after the tuition fee promise break, then I don't really want to know like the whole thing about coalition. That we've heard that all before. But how do you feel people can trust you and the Lib Dems nationally, kind of thing? What do you think you have to? How do you have to interact with them, engage with them to show you that this isn't going to happen again, or explain it better?
Well, I think firstly it's important to say I did actually do what I said I would do. I'm very proud of the fact that I had said I would vote against an increase in fees and that I'd propose a fairer alternative. And I did vote against an increase in fees, and I proposed an amendment that would have scrapped fees altogether over a period of a number of years. And it's a great shame that I didn't win. Yeah. But I stuck to my pledge. And actually that's particularly important because in Cambridge used to have a Labour MP. And when I was a student, she was re-elected, promising no tuition fees here. Labour promised not to introduce fees, and then they introduced them. And I remember being very involved with the campaigns against that. They then said, we'd never increase them, we'd never triple them. And then Labour broke their promise again and tripled them again. And I was involved. And again, Labour's MP here in Cambridge broke her promise to students again. So actually, firstly, I'm quite proud of the fact that I am the first MP for Cambridge ever to actually stick to my pledge and vote against a fee increase. So in terms of students here in Cambridge, if they want somebody who did what they said and will continue to do what they say, they should be supporting me. I know the Labour Party want to hope people will forget about their role in fees, but the facts are that Labour not only increased them and tripled them, they've been quite clear that had they won the last election, they'd have increased fees as well. I'd like to see them scrapped. I don't know where the money would come from for that. We're close to a graduate tax, which I think is probably the right way to go. One of the other things I've managed to do, though, is to get money to help with postgraduate study. Because actually, to my surprise, the fee system we have now has encouraged more people to go to university, and particularly people from poorer backgrounds. Partly because, of course, you don't pay anything up front, partly because there's lots more bursaries for people from poorer backgrounds, but also because students who graduate under the new scheme pay back less per year than under Labour's scheme, because the threshold was lifted from 15,000
to 21,000. It's still
so they pay for longer. You pay for longer,
so
but you pay less. And what we're actually seeing is people are going to university more. But there's a big barrier at postgraduate because people finish their undergraduate study, they haven't had to pay anything, and suddenly they have to pay the fees to do a master's. And that can be 10,000 or more, and that's normally cash up front. So I've worked really hard. We've now set up the first loan schemes so you can get a better deal for graduates. If I had some money, I would start off, by the way, not by reducing fees by a bit, because that only helps students who go on to earn a lot of money, but by providing bursaries, because actually students tell me that the real problems they have, it's not when they're graduating. It's not if they're earning 20,000, so they don't pay anything back. If they're earning 30,000, they pay a bit back, but they're earning 30 grand. It's when they're students. I would put more money towards bursaries.